007, turn right, heading 185, reduce speed 180 knots.
185 on the heading, 180 on the speed off air 007.
Speedbird 124, reduce speed 160 knots to 40 me.
Reduce 160 to 40, speed 124.
Okay, so welcome back. We are just approaching 2 hours and 30 minutes into the flight, and I don't know if you can see this. Of course you can, you're watching a video, but it is incredibly low visibility, and I'm not sure why. It's just a bit strange. My track IR has gone that way up. That was weird. Okay, so we need to program some sort of arrival, which would be a good idea. So down to the MCDU. And we are going to be landing on the northeasterly runway, which is runway 02, and it's the NDB approach, runway 02. I don't think there's any... yeah, there's nothing there. Essentially, it is, you fly to the Sierra Kilo Papa, which is Skiathos, pronunciation pending, and you hit the overhead of that at 4,000 feet. Which we will throw in there. Oh, actually, no, we can't do it that way. We've got to put / naughty. / 4,000. Still doesn't let me do it. I'll tell you what, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Go into the actual waypoint and then type 4,000. So, overhead Skiathos at 4,000 feet. And then we are outbound on a heading of 203 to 10 miles, descending down to 2,000 feet. And then we are making a right turn inbound to 008 for the inbound course to the Skiathos NDB, which is 326.0. The weather reporting at the moment down in Skiathos is apparently okay. The surface wind is from the north at a measly 2 knots. 10 kilometers or greater visibility. A few clouds at 2,000 feet. It's only 10 degrees, man. Skiathos, 10 degrees. Dew point is -2, and the QNH is 1025. So, we should probably carry on prepping the MCDU for the descent, to be honest, because I didn't complete it. I just stopped at the arrival. So, go to Perth, next phase, and then next phase again. So the QNH is 1025, and the temperature is only 10. The surface wind is from the north. It's actually 010, 2 knots. Although that makes any difference whatsoever. The minimum today is 1,600 feet, and the transition altitude is 4,000 feet. So everything there is set. We're using full config. We'll also be using auto brake medium. It's a pretty small runway, and we'll be using maximum reverse, which is something that I don't normally do. The runway length is 1,600 meters thereabouts, which is just under 5,300 feet. It's a pretty short runway. This is an A321, so we need to be a little bit cautious. Okay, so we just started the descent into Skiathos. That visibility that I was talking to you about has well and truly cleared up, which is nice. You can actually see things now. That coastline there, just to the left of us, could potentially be, I don't know, Athens maybe, something like that. Thessaloniki apparently is over there. That groove somewhere, Thessaloniki. Cool. That's all I really was trying to make a point of. My geography for Greece and Turkey is pretty damn terrible. So yeah, we'll just carry on descending. In fact, I'm going to set auto brake medium right now. Oh, that's low, medium. We've got the terrain on ND. We don't really need it, but I just thought it'd look cool. I'm actually going to turn the brightness of that down a little bit. There we go. Done. Okay. See you in a minute. Right, we are just passing flight level 70 for 4,000 feet, inbound to pronunciation pending VOR, which I can't remember because I just clicked off the chart. Skiathos is the name. From there, turning to a heading of 213 and following that out for 10 miles. Altitude's good. Actually, we may be a touch high, but I can manage that quite easily. So what we will do is we will go into, actually maybe 5,000. We'll see how it pans out. Skiathos itself is down there. See the runway down there? That's where Skiathos is.
Stowed. Stowed. Cabin sign. Checked.
All the final
Nav
checklist.
accuracy. Checked. Baro
2
reference.
miles until
Standard.
Skiathos.
Checklist complete.
So what I'll do is I'll put it in heading select
Flight
now.
attendants, prepare for landing.
And then when we get to 1 mile, actually right now, I'll turn it to 203. All the way over the top. And then we can continue the descent down to 2,000 feet. We have to fly that now. It would have actually been a lot easier if we teardropped around to the left and went outbound that way, but never mind. Right, with that in mind, we can start to slow down. So we'll slow to 220 knots. And then when it's safe, we'll put config 1 out.
Transition altitude.
.230 knots for config 1 according to this, so we'll have to wait until we get below that. We're a little bit high on profile, but I'm not too bothered because it's a good day. We can see it's a clear day. Right, there's 230 knots. We should get away with config 1. There we go. And 6 miles now. Just increase the vertical speed. I think I'm going to be brave and take it manually in just a second. We need to take that turn at 185 or less. So let me just make sure the approach is activated, which it is. So hopefully when I go into that mode, I should get away with config 2. Config 2 is 200 knots, so not quite yet. We'll continue ditching the vertical speed so we don't end up too low. Right, okay, I'll bring the autopilot out now. And we're waiting for 10 miles, which actually is coming up very soon, so we'll go config 2 now, and we'll start the turn. Now, we'll get rid of the flight director. Keep that turn coming, and descending. You get a bit of a balloon effect from the turn. So what I'll do is I'll right click that and just keep it at that speed for now. I guess this could be classed as a challenging approach or something, maybe. I don't know, I can't see anything, so that's interesting. Keep it coming round. See anything yet? Kind of. Not too much. The descent now. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. That actually worked out quite well. I hate leveling off, so I know the approach says to be 2000 by 10, but then you spend an awfully long time leveled out, and I don't like that. Your engines are working overtime. You can just see Skiathos. Just see the runway's just there, so we're going to slowly come round onto the final approach course. You can see the vertical deviation is looking good. You can essentially follow that as like a glide, but I don't know if it's programmed to with the Pappies, so I'm not going to do that. got one white now. Start to turn inbound. Very nice. A little bit turbulent, wow. Okay,
Gear
drop the
down.
gear. It managed to speed itself now.
Flaps free. Flaps 3. And flaps full, please. Flaps full.
Goes full flap.
Landing checklist, please. Landing gear. Down and locked. 3 green. Ground spoilers. Checked and armed. Auto brake. Medium. 100 above. Lights. On. Go round altitude. Set. Landing memo. Minimum. Continue. Checked and now blue. Checklist complete.
Landing. Just gonna bring that speed back a bit. Oh, it's a 30 knot headwind though. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna do that. Oops. Why does it keep flicking out? Okay, there we go. And again. That's the third time it did that. It keeps flicking out of the climb D10. Notice the speed is stuck at 170. Like 173, which is not good. We're going to bring it back to, what is it, 157, 147, so 152 is what we need it to be. Nice boat there. Watch that we don't get any sink. That headwind is disgraceful. I thought it said it was only 2 knots.
$500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Get down. There we go.
Ground spoilers.
Reverses. Maximum reverse.
Reverse green. Manual brakes. Auto brakes off. 70 knots.
Excellent. And then there's a turnaround right at the end of the runway. That was an odd scenario to be in, considering I did not expect that headwind at all. Something wasn't quite right there. Maybe Active Sky's data was stuck or something. But we made it. That's all that matters.
Set APU on. And the after landing checklist, please. Exterior lights. Checked. Ground spoilers. Set off. Engine mode selector. Checked. Normal. Flaps. Checked. Retracted. TCAS. Checked. Standby. Brake temperature. Checked. APU on. Checklist complete.
Okay, so we're heading to stand 1. How we get onto stand 1 is a different story. There it is. So how do you park? Where's the marshal? Do we have a marshal? I have no idea. Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay. So basically, this stair thing at the back here is screwing us over. We're going to have to go through it. Yeah, I see. We're going to have to go through it. Great. So you go this way. And then when you get to this point here, you full left and then around the corner like that. Left. And there we go. Job's a good one. Wait, does he still want us to come forward? Oh, no, he doesn't. He stopped. Right, okay, cool. Cut engines, no problemo.
It was a nice flight, so let's do the parking checklist.
You
and
parked a
then we are
bit
done
too
for the
far in
day.
askew. Oh well!
Parking brake
It's
and
not as
chocks.
if I had much room to play with.
And the chocks are set.
So, there you have it. Some 3 hours and 5 minutes later, we arrive at Skiathos. That parking wasn't too bad. I'm okay, maybe it was. I don't know, where are we meant to put the nose? I feel like that's where it was meant to go. Because that's where he was stood anyway, so it's his own fault for standing in the wrong place. But anyway, another welcome on board video in the bag. I know this ended up being a two-parter, but it's just the way it's going to be sometimes. But, and that freeze was real. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching it, and yeah. Let me know what you want to see for next Tuesday in this Tuesday's video, and I may get around to your request. May. No promises. Okay, that's time for me to sign out. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, take care. See you later. Bye bye.